Howdy folks, welcome back. So we're finally finished, ready to hit the trails. And if you're anything like me, you're going to want to know, what did this cost me? So coming up, I'm going to break it all down for you, tell you what we did, what it cost, and what we got in the end. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so if you've been following along here, we bought this old 2009 Arctic Cat TRV 1000 from an auction sale, and I paid $1,200 at the auction for this machine. It was not running, or said it was not in running condition when I got it. And if you followed along, it didn't take me a whole lot to get it going. We got it to run, we got it to drive. We found out the four-wheel drive wasn't working. There was a few things not working. So everybody wants to know, what did I spend on all of this? So let me break it down for you. Get my glasses here. So we just got the seats back here. I got them recovered by a local lady here. It took a couple weeks because she was pretty busy, but anyway. So that was 175 bucks for the two-piece seat. Now she did a good job. I'm really happy. 175 bucks. I couldn't do as good a job for that. I know I couldn't have. So that was 175 bucks. To change the title over to my name and get a license plate for it, that was 40 bucks. We got the four-wheel drive shaft, if you remember, that was missing, and new yokes, and a bushing kit for the rear end suspension. That was $196. Then I had to buy another bushing kit because the one I bought was only for one side. I didn't know that at the time. So I purchased another bushing kit and some new wheel studs and wheel nuts because some of them were stripped and we needed to replace some of them on the rear end. So that was $92. Then I bought the Knights Performance four-wheel drive, manual four-wheel drive kit. So now this is not electronic anymore, it's manual. So there's the manual shift into four-wheel drive and the manual diff lock. Now that was pricey, that was $594. But before you beat me up too bad, the electronic actuator, the actual OEM one from Arctic Cat, was around the same price. Now tell me they didn't do that on purpose. However, I didn't want to go with the electronic one because it's in a stupid place. That's ridiculous how they've done that. How long would that have lasted? At least this one here, I know this is going to last me a long time. It's mechanical, it's very well made. I highly recommend it. I've used it many times now, just ripping around the property here, and it's very good quality. I think those guys make good stuff, so I highly recommend that. knightsatv.com, and they have YouTube videos on how to install all of their products, and they're very comprehensive, so I highly recommend it. Okay, I also ordered, which I have not received yet because our mail people are on strike once again, the shifter plate, I guess you call it. It's missing from here. I don't really need it per se, but it wasn't that expensive. So there's a shifter plate and some sort of spring affair that I got with that. No, I'm sorry. I ordered the shifter plate, which was cheap. It was only like 30 bucks, and fender support. The one fender support on this side was missing, so I ordered that too. So that was $65. Okay, I did oil and filter change, spark plugs, which was about 50 bucks. Oil's crazy expensive nowadays. But anyway, we did that. Oil filter, spark plugs, 50 bucks. We had to replace all of the lights. So I replaced all of the lights and some of the connectors with LED. That was another $50. So that's a grand total of $2,462, including the purchase price of $1,200. Okay. Now, parts for these are crazy expensive. Even aftermarket stuff is pretty pricey. However, $2,462. Now, if we round that up to $2,500, just for miscellaneous hardware, a lot of the hardware was missing, so I used my own. The winch cable repair that we talked about. So just add another $40 or whatever just for miscellaneous things. I had them, but you know, they would have cost me money at some point. We round that whole thing up to $2,500. And for that $2,500, I think I got a pretty cool machine. It's not new by any means. Now, the one thing that we did not do was replace this instrument cluster. As we talked about, it's not working. It lights up, but it doesn't do anything, doesn't tell me the speed, it doesn't show me any of the information. There's aftermarket ones are around $500–600, but nobody has any. At least I've not been able to find any. So I didn't bother with ordering that. Maybe I will buy one down the road and maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't particularly care how fast I'm going because I don't go that fast anyway. You know, maybe every once in a while. But for me, speed is not the thing. I like to be able to cruise around and look at things and whatnot. It's rare that I'm going to be concerned about speeding. However, it would be nice to know how much fuel you have, or whether you're running hot, or this will also tell you how many kilometers or miles are on this machine. So that's one thing we don't know. This could have a lot of miles on it. We're not real sure. In any event, nobody seems to have one anyway. So we're not going to bother with that. We're going to move on from that. So for $2,500, even if I spent the $5 on that, and it was $3,000 that I spent on this machine, looking around, say on Facebook Marketplace in my area, I've not seen one of these TRV 1000s for sale, but I've seen lots of 700s. That seems to be a pretty popular model with this Articat. So around the same year, 700 in my area, they're going for anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000, depending on condition. So if I were to spend $3,000 or $4,000, I'm still getting something I don't know. This one here, I've gone over everything. I understand it, I know it. So I think that I did all right. You be the judge. Was this worthwhile? Was this a worthwhile purchase, a worthwhile project? I don't know. I don't know the ATV business very well. This is my first time fixing one of these and actually owning one myself. I'm not really sure. So let me know down in the comments. Was this worthwhile, or did I waste my time? Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. As always, thanks for watching. And if you haven't watched me, the previous 2 videos on what I did to this machine, up here or over there somewhere, I recommend watching that. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. As always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.